Bd22 Puzzler Story and Guidance. The Magical Council 22 out of 32. Puzzler, the guiding force of wholeness. The guiding force of wholeness. No need to go more into separation. Quote, the most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely. Carl Gustav Jung. End of quote. Puzzler's story. After Kalimabanco had taken its place as the governor of Crystalia, it was me, a drop of the ocean of love, the home of Kandu, that came to venture Crystalia. As a crystal child of light, I settled down in Orania, the lower crystal kingdom, and Kalimabanco observed me with care, for he knew he needed a team that would help him to keep life in Crystalia going. As a young child playing in the gardens of the castles of garments located in the plains of dreams, Kalimabanco gave me the name Puzzler, representing the phenomena called wholeness. Anything I played with as a young child I always ended up taking apart, which made everybody around me upset. They even called me the Destroyer. But when they witnessed that I was able to put it all back together again, they called me a genius. I got many students who as well learned to take things apart and learn to put them back together again, and many of them became individuals in the maintenance and service industry. Some students who thought that it was all too easy, I made things more complicated, for I mixed all the parts and pieces, and oftentimes it took them years to put things back together. And slowly it was as if they got addicted to it. Later in life, I showed a lot of interest in anatomy and came up with all the different names of organs and experimented with various creatures taking their bodies apart, which I was disappointed that I could not create life. Many stories followed, others experimenting with the same idea, but nobody ever succeeded to create life in these matters. I experimented with lots of other things and found out that I couldn't recreate life. In order to avoid any frustration, I went on taking everything apart, but giving each piece a name, and many of you continued my work, which you still see the evidence from on any label you read on food, or for the fact on everything you use in the household. Mankind calls itself, like me, intelligent and clever, but they have separated themselves from nature and wholesome foods, destroying their own health and destroying their own world. They keep on separating everything and giving everything an individual name. When I got older, I discovered that before you take things apart, that they were already whole and complete. But everybody else seemed not to leave it like that. They keep on separating everything and living in separation, and then trying to be clever, searching again to get all the pieces of the puzzle of life back together. I was most satisfied with the things I was busy with, because I understood that Kandu, the life-creating and life-sustaining force, was present in everything and everybody. Most others couldn't grasp this, and in their mind there was always something missing, like the missing of a puzzle piece. It was that feeling, being separated from Kandu, but they couldn't see it in that way, and this missing of something got a chain reaction. And within everything they were doing, they felt that there still was something missing. When they had a home, it was never enough, as they were always adding and adding, but they were never content. That feeling that something was missing stayed playing a main role in their life. Never content, and always looking for a missing piece of the puzzle, became the opposite side of my energy, which is being satisfied and understanding that everything is already whole and complete. The two sides of me became part and parcel of everything and everybody, and the separation process continued. And now there are even different nations, different races, different religions, different countries, different villages, and even in homes, people kept on separating, and each one now having their own private room and personal belongings. But nobody is ever content, and always on the go, looking for another puzzle piece, and when they have it, not satisfied again, and so they keep being busy. The higher realms of the gods. Kalimabanko saw my potential at an early age, and under his guidance trained me in every aspect and offered me a place in the higher realms of the gods. And there I made myself into the god of wholeness. I was great for his plan, as I would keep everybody busy with looking for endless puzzle pieces inside every aspect of life, and the puzzle pieces of life itself. Individuals who would stay busy and not thinking about Kandu and their real self. Throughout the history of the high realms of the gods, however, there had been many wars and battles, and I played unfortunately my part in it, especially by separating myself from the others, and separating them from each other. I played my tricks, setting everybody and everyone against everybody, by telling each of the gods that they were better than the others. I pointed out their differences, but at the same time I told every god that there was something missing in them. I told them that the other gods had what they were looking for, and they would make war to get that, so they would feel complete and whole. Please do not judge me, for I know you are doing the same by trying to have something what somebody else has, and what you think you should have as well. You too always feel that there is something missing, and you are on the go in search and hunt for those pieces of your puzzle that you think that are missing. You felt for the same trick which you put yourself into. Touring my personal realm. Puzzle tough. At one point in time in the history of Crystallia, with the permission of Kalimabanko, I made my second home in the realm in which I could experience my energy in full. Here I had my playground without having to battle with the other keepers, but where other problems arose. I went to the plains of dreams, to one of the castles of garments, and took the body I still have today, representing my purpose. My realm is called Puzzletov, and has two main areas and communities. Everything in one area in my realm resembles a colorful puzzle, with all its pieces, the roads, the meadows, the fields, the mountains, the homes, the transportations, the animals, everything in nature, and even my inhabitants, look like assembled puzzle pieces. Everybody here is content and lives a wholesome life. The other area, where lots of individuals live, look the same, but when you look closer, however, you see that in every puzzle, small or big, that there is one piece missing, and that keeps everyone busy. Here, nobody is happy and content, and everybody is in a rush, looking for something that they think they are missing. The big change. Having two main residences, in the higher realms of the physical gods and in my private realm, I was asked at one point in time by Mariah Morrow to become a faculty member at the Magical University of Life at the Sacred Archives. Mariah Morrow being the principal, who respected anybody and was wise, and invited us all, the key masters, keepers and guardians of the universe, and we, as the keepers of conduct, received the name Divanas. Under his guidance, we all had an equal position and shared the knowledge of universe and nature from our perspective with the students, and we all felt important. It was a great change. We tuned back into love and stopped our wars, for we all knew that you needed all the help you can get in order to save yourself and your planet. For those amongst you who want to become more aware and who understand that I am part and parcel of you and within everything and everybody, I invite you going on a journey and rediscovering all about me in my realm, or sit in my classroom at the university and learn about the basics of life, or even connect with me through a homeschooling system. All connections to me are an incredible experience, and the more you know, the better you can go through your life adventure. How I can help you in your life. Quote, "The road leading to a goal does not separate you from the destination. It is essentially a part of it." Charles DeLint. End of quote. You are geniuses in separating things, from separating yourself from yourself, others and nature, and separating everything in parts and pieces. You do this in every aspect of life, and then spend the rest of your life looking for the missing pieces. I am Puzzler, the guiding force of wholeness, and I will remind you that there is no need to separate things in creation, although you may do this for scientific reasons. And I remind you that everything is already whole and complete before you do anything with it or to it. I do my best and hope you step out of that belief that there is something missing in your life. Life, minute by minute, is discovering new puzzles, small and big ones, and they are all complete until you take them apart, or when you look at them that there is something missing. There is nothing missing, and there are just new assembled puzzles coming in your life, and they are all whole. You as a being. Confirm all the time that you are already complete, in that moment, or on that day. You as a puzzle may grow in size, skills and knowledge, but each stage itself is and stays complete. When you are in the first grade and you look that you have not learned the second grade, for sure you feel a lack of knowledge. And then there is something missing. Stop that, for you will never be content. Be content with your life puzzle in the moment, and other puzzles will come, and look at them as well as being complete. And do not start taking them apart, or you will be discontent. You will become a discontent person now and in the future. You will exhaust yourself and frustrate yourself by chasing something that you think is missing. You compare yourself with others and start a separation process. And you start to believe that there is something missing in you. Everybody is unique and complete for their purpose and function in life. So stop to look at your differences and be thankful for what you are. Your physical body. It is very easy to look and approach your body in separate pieces for the sake of giving it names and for analytical purposes. But know that your entire body is an interconnected system, and everything is part of one family. All your cells are the children of your body's family. When one cell is not well, it reflects on all other cells. So when you do not learn to take care of your body, keep this in mind. Treat your body as a whole and not in parts and pieces. When you exercise your body through running, and you possibly think that you are just exercising your legs, immediately reset your mind and know that you are exercising your entire body. Everything is connected through tissue, veins, nerves, muscles and bones. Connective tissue. This is connected to a mindset. So when you think parts and pieces, you get only benefits in those parts and pieces. But when you visualize your body as one, as a whole, you benefit everything. Your friends. Each friend is complete, and you can respect them for that. But when you say that somebody is not smart, not a good athlete, or that he or she doesn't have certain things or toys, know that you are creating separation. Each friend is unique, and enjoy that uniqueness instead of talking, gossiping, complaining, or even telling them that there is something missing. Would you want to be looked as a disassembled puzzle and criticized and being told what is all wrong with you and missing? Other people. You forget to look that inside everyone is a soul, and that everlasting light and life is inside everything. Without that force, nothing could exist. This is where you all are one, but the separation starts when you start to compare and look at each other's differences, and even wars can come forth from this, like history shows. You all man separates, and God unites. You separate yourself from others by looking at them as strangers, people from another country, people with a different skin color, a different belief, and you keep on looking for more differences. And at the end, you are completely alone. I am a Dutchman, I am an American, I am white, I am black, I am a Christian, I am a Muslim, I am rich, I am smart, etc. Everybody is your brother and your sister. And when they don't treat you with that respect, you can start doing it. Food. Most food coming straight from nature can be eaten in their raw state. Some will require sprouting, which is as well a natural process that takes place in nature. And these foods are whole, wholesome, and complete, and they have everything inside what your body requires. At the moment we start heating foods through steaming, cooking, frying, pasteurizing, homogenizing, microwaving, and processing foods, and in addition adding preservatives, those foods lose their wholeness and strength and have little to offer for the health of your well-being. Study raw foods, and there are many ways to prepare them and take care of your health. Then there are very scary ways to produce and cultivate foods, and the genetic manipulation and the chemical fertilizers are just two of them. I think it is important to make a study on this, and maybe it is even more important than all the other subjects. From the lands to the cities and back. Long time ago, when you were living in tribes on the land or in the forest, you had probably a more healthy life, but man separated itself from nature to go and live in villages that became cities, and you are now dependent on others to make your food and others who take care when you're not well. The modern world is full of hospitals, and most people are sick even when they are not hospitalized. And only by learning to take better care you can change things around. So start creating your own garden and learn about the old home remedies when individuals are not well. You have to start to reunite with nature and the nature of your body. Names and labels. Names and labels are for organizational, administrative, scientific, and analytical purpose. And as long as you keep that in mind, things stay clear. Wholeness and oneness. The mind is like an endless shopping center with endless shopkeepers, with endless items, and you have endless characters inside playing their roles on the stage of the theater of life. You think, look, hear, smell, touch, taste, speak, and feel in separation, and have given everything a name. Life is about you and so many other individuals, endless creatures and things in creation. It is like a puzzle, which has been taken apart and all the puzzle pieces are scattered all over the place, inside and outside of you. All this separates you from who and what you truly are, a spirit or soul, which is one with all other spirits and souls, and one with the everlasting source or force of life, which has been given so many names, but which is beyond form or name. Teachers and guides come into the world to show us the way back to that oneness and away from this separation, and they teach us that this everlasting force is in everything and everyone and needs to be respected accordingly. Only in that oneness, unity and uniting, we feel whole and complete and at peace. For as long as we experience the separation, we keep looking to satisfy this longing and try to find satisfaction in the separated puzzle pieces. Life itself, a complete puzzle. Everything in creation is already whole and complete, but it is man that separates everything in parts and pieces and makes life into a disassembled puzzle. Man separates himself from its creator, its soul, body, nature and others, and finds himself sitting alone in the madness of his own mind. Start your new life adventure by looking at everything as one big assembled puzzle, in which nothing is missing, because at the moment you think that there is something missing, you become dissatisfied and your life only becomes about that particular piece of part what you think is missing. Wholeness. As long as we separate, we feel separate and cannot experience a wholesome life.